Part two of the fundraising film. We're doing a documentary film and we are looking for fund supporters and sponsors. This is part two. We're going to show you a little bit of what we're doing, what the film is going to be about, but it's only a small section. And you will, whoever does help out with funds, of course, you will receive the film. Okay, I'm going to begin here. I'm going to draw a head, I guess. Okay, we're going to start off parts of the film. You know, of course, we're going to break everything into sections here. We're going to put the will, reason, and the body. You also always have to remember that the will and the body are in their own areas. They're their own thing. The body, of course, is the shell. Reasoning is the one that is the in-between kind of bridge. The will is hardly ever used, and most of the people that we know don't even understand it or know about it yet. And people who've already journeyed or passed who didn't know this, they've ran into some problems and things that are waiting for them. And we will, in that film, we will tell you about those certain things. But right now, we just want to explain the body and help you in this way also. So we have the will, the reasoning, and the body. The body, of course, is its own thing. The will's in there, the reasoning is in there, and of course the body is here. And this is also called your third eye. Looks alien then. But I'm holding the camera and drawing at the same time, so bear with me. Now the body, it can blush, it can be startled, it can be scared. It's you know, the redness, the blushing. Has its shyness. The body, everyone thinks that it's all one being. Well, in a way that's correct, but in reality, the body, as we see here, the will, the reason, and the body are all separate. They're all different. Now, whenever you start with what we call the drops of Jupiter, which comes in through here, people always also are under the misconception that you're born with two of everything. You're actually born with one of everything, but it's shared as a male or as a man, and a womb man. And that's the moon and that's the sun. The woman, down here at the heart, also comes across for like the equinox. But the woman is balance. Now, without balance, man cannot stand. Now, with the male, this is the male, the line is coming in. This is the one, and here's the zero, the heart. When everything mixes together, this is the energy that comes in. So here you have, of course, you have one nostril here, you have one nostril here, you have even a lip here and a lip here. But you do share the reasoning. Now, right here, you have one shoulder for that side, one shoulder for this side. You have the chest area. And then you also have the breast area. Now, these are the same, but one's male, one's female. Male, as you know, males do not need nipples, and to feed, but we have them. So the woman is a part of us also. So one is not without the other. That's where your strength is, your balance. To stand up, women cannot stand unless the men are there. The men can stand, but we're out of balance without the women. We have to always remember that, because this also has to do with our health and spirituality. So of course we have, and we do share the heart, which this is where your arms come out also. And that's balance. It's also where the moon comes in. This is the moon. But this is also September 22nd and 23rd. We'll get to that also. Now, so we have the chest and the breast area. Now, these all have different minerals, and I'll label those in just a minute. Now, when we come down here, we have over here, we have the gallbladder, we have the liver, we have the intestines, the stomach area. Now, this, and you'll see the intestines area more on this side, and right in this area, you'll have the womb for the woman. Now, these all have different minerals. There's the liver, it's got its different mineral. The gallbladder, different mineral. Intestines, different minerals. And then we have also the equinox, and this is the balancing scales. But these balancing scales actually go right here on your back or your kidneys also. So you get one over here and you get one over here. So already we're seeing that the body has certain sides than the other side. So this is explaining that these minerals are not just for the entire body. You have a mineral for here, 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 for this side, and you have different minerals for this side. And you have your balancing scales, which is your Libra time right here, and I'll get into more of that. But so your energy after your balancing scales, and then you do have your one leg here and one leg here, but this connecting line right here is your the genital area or reproduction. It's your reproduction area. Now this all plays into what we're about to show you also, so still bear with us. So this is actually another drawing that we've been working on. I'm explaining also all this. And all we've been doing is breaking this down for you in a way that you would understand all this. So here we have the symbol for Earth again. And this is, of course, March 21, June 21, September 22nd, 23rd, and December 21. Now in Europe, this would be reversed, but you also have to remember, this is south South America, I guess you would call it. And in the very center here, this is where the north is. So this is the outside coming in. So it's actually like this. This would be the south. You have to realize that you're looking into it, not as a flat thing, but you're looking into it. Okay, so here's where we are here in the north, and this is like Argentina area, South America, or South Pole area. This is like the North Pole. And also, this is where the head is, and this is where the feet would be. Looks weird. Anyway, with this mineral that comes in on March 21st, spring equinox. This is where the drops of Jupiter come in. Even though this is the gate of souls, and this is where the drops of Jupiter come in. We're using it as the person laying down with their feet like this. This is their knees, comes up the thighs, stomach area, all the way up to the face. This is the arms. It comes down backwards, and you'll see this Starman and Milky Way photos. If I don't have power right now, so I can't get the computer on for the pictures I want to show you, but just bear with me. And if you look up astrology, man in astrology, you will see this image. And of course, this is Aries, this is Taurus, Gemini +1, Fish 7, 8, 9, 10, or 2, 3, 4 +1. This is the +1. This is a 5 and 6, 7, and so on. So so whenever this spring energy comes in, and it is a 4-day ceremony that we have at all these points here, because these are open doors, these are open portal times. And like whenever this door opens here into the Aries, which is fire, this is also important too. This is fire. But what is fire? Fire is the spark that's coming in. And then this is earth, so this is the ground or the body. So when that spark comes in, it's coming in. This is the spark, the single cell egg. It's coming in. This is called drops of Jupiter. So whenever the soul comes in to the body, when the force of life comes into the body, or the life force. So it looks like as we drew in the first one, we didn't get to explain, but here is the single cell egg, and it's coming in, and then it reaches the egg or earth. And this is also what we're explaining right here. This is the spark that's coming in. This is the energy for the spring equinox, but it's turned different. But this is to explain that this is it's called drops of Jupiter, and there's a song of it going 3 days on the solstice. You gotta just know what they're talking about. Drops of Jupiter are souls. This is the gate of soul. And this is the souls come in. And this is the, when it comes in, and it hit, this is fire. This is the spark, of course, fire. This is the spark. This is the ground. This is the connection. The connection. Earth is the connection to everything. Every animal, every plant, every bit of water, every man, every woman. So whenever it comes in, now we have. Sorry, thought I had the whole thing, but this is June 21, which is right here, the Gate of Souls. Drops of Jupiter. This is where the soul comes in. But you have to realize that we got a little turn, so it's going to be over here. There's the same thing, just work with us here. So when this spark comes in, this is the spring equinox. And when it comes into the ground. This is the earth. Then this is the fire. Let me get my scrolls out. Okay, so this is Aries in the mind. This is an old drawing that I did. I'm glad we still have it because we misplaced the laminated ones. But luckily enough, we still had this, and it's got a lot more details and everything. And you'll see this image in many temples and places like that. And this is what it means. But okay, so we got the fire that's coming in. And of course you see fire, earth, air, water. Now fire, earth, air, water is what we are made of. That's why we're saying that every person is a part of creation. We're a part of everything. Everything is in us. Now there are people who has borrowed our DNA or has stolen our DNA who are not a part of creation. They are a deception, and they are they're an image, and that's called a human. It's not a man. Now, so we have fire here. We have the spark. We have the ground. And you'll see this in astrology, and we're just explaining to you why it's there. Now, Earth is the ground, always. But you're going to have fire, earth, air, water, fire, earth, air, water, fire, earth, air, and water again. Then back to fire. But this also is a section of the fire or the spark coming in. And this whole section right here, they're all going to be their own sections. And these are all their own sections of the body. We're breaking the body down, breaking it down. It's not one that we've been taught. There's more to us, and there's a lot more to us than what we've been taught. Now that's your fire, so this is your fire, earth, air, water. So earth also has to do with your planting. But this also is the cerebellum and the cerebral. These are the two parts of the brains that's being developed with that mineral. Of course, it looks like a ram. Mineral that our minds need. So if we're deficient in having problems with memory, our motor skills, and things like that, then we need to get this mineral, which is potassium phosphate for the mind. I'm going to write that in because we can because that is needed for people who, and we'll get to that too, phosphate. Now this also is your earth symbol. This is when you do your planting and tilling. But this also is your voice, your your speaking, your um, your neck, and your let's have it. What's that? Oh. That section also has to do with your liver and your gallbladder, like the mind mineral, the potassium phosphate, has to do with your nervous system, your teeth, your spinal cord, and your lower jaws. But they also covers your mind, your eyes and ears and nose. And so the mineral for that one is sodium sulfate. And of course, like we're saying, we're further than all this. We're just going back so that whenever you get up closer to where we are, you'll know what we're talking about, because this is kind of like a trail that we're leaving for you. Now, for the air time, right here, this is your lungs. And wind, of course. Now, whenever June gets around, you're going to see the winds pick up. And all winds at every door is going to have winds. So always remember that. Now, whenever we get to here, we're getting into this is the chest and the breast area. Also has to do with the arms here for the Geminis, the two arms. Also has to do with the chest, and then also we have the breast. We have the water. This is also the Cancer symbol. And then over here we have the fire, which is the heart. And it's also the hottest organ. Also the first organ developed. It's the hottest part of the year. And also the hottest organ, or the hottest part of the body, is also in the heart. Now the